I met Champ when I started dating Colette, my now wife, obviously, my senior year of high school. I think one of my first memories of Champ was at her graduation open house for high school, and just seeing the interaction with him and her family and getting to know him. And you know, she comes from a very, very big family, as do I. So being in that environment and being around all of her siblings and cousins and the love they shared, that's the first time I saw a family that was as close as, you know, what I believed my family to be. And that I believe was my first interaction with Champ.
So our family's been profoundly impacted by cancer, and most immediately, Champlin's family has been profoundly impacted by cancer. He lost his dad in 2010 to colon cancer, and soon after he was 14 years old and he was diagnosed with advanced brain cancer. And the battle he faced and the strength he showed up with was tremendous, and I think it brought us together as a family, and seeing how his mom Peaches and his siblings showed up for him gave us all strength to move through it. Champlin was known for his smile. He was known for his humor. He was known for the light that he brought into every room, but his smile was something that really stood out to everyone. Anyone who knew Champlin knew his smile, they knew his spirit, and they knew his kindness.
You know, that day, we were in there game planning and we were about to head out to practice. I believe I told them after practice, you know, first and foremost because I wanted the extra prayers. You know, I wanted the extra prayers for anybody who'd be willing to you know, say some extra prayers for our family, my wife's family, and for Champ. And then number two, I wanted them to know who Champ was. I wanted them to know what he was about, and you know, the things that he stood for, and the positive outlook that he had on life. And that to me was important, and sharing that experience with them and letting them know.
We had to find out what, you know, certain cancer it was, and it wasn't on the list, so we went up, or Cam brought it up to us, and we were all like, that's a great idea. So we went over to Matt Yoch's and Daryl, our equipment guy, and he was like, hey, just go talk to Matt, just send me the colors that we need to get. And so we found out what ribbon it was, and we kind of just all agreed that it would be, you know, something special to represent and show our appreciation to him and his family.
It didn't really take much thought, honestly. Coach Yoch sent us the email for us to pick the ribbons for the game on Saturday, and it was just the first thing I thought of, honestly. I knew that Coach Bowen and his family were struggling with that, and I just thought it would be cool for us as a unit and just as a family really to show Colette's family and Coach Bowen's family that we're there with them and that we're there to support them.
Yeah, when they told me they were going to do something like this, it was incredibly touching. You know, it's something that I know myself and my wife will cherish for a long, long time. Just, you know, the fact that they're, you know, everybody, all of us are impacted and affected by cancer and people in our lives that have cancer. And, you know, it's very difficult, in my opinion, for 18 to 22-year-olds to be focused on things outside of what's going on in their daily life. And we talk about all the time, you know, seeing through a scope and not looking at life through a straw, and seeing the big picture and thinking about other people. And I never obviously intended for that to be them thinking about me and supporting me, but you know, for them to do something like this and to honor Champ's legacy as a cancer survivor, you know, and to further remember his legacy and honor his legacy well outside of people that even knew him is incredible to me. And I think it'll mean a lot to our family and my wife's family especially.
I think it is going to be such a reminder of Champlin and who he was as a person, and that he's still here. And just like so many people that have been impacted by cancer and have lost loved ones to cancer, I think moments like this are so important to remember that they are always still with us.
There's a lot of kids that would do a lot of things to be in our shoes, and me and Cam have to put it in perspective. And when we all run out on that field, that we realize we're very blessed to be in this position and blessed to be playing this game that we love.
So I think in the aftermath of our family losing Champlin, what's resonated has been the power of community and the power of the Miami community, the Martins, the players and the linebackers, and how they've rallied around our family in support. And I think it speaks to the power of who Champlin was and his story, that people who didn't know him immediately, he impacted. And that's the power of Champlin in his life.